very good afternoon to all of you, and welcome to a sighting of one of the most interesting and indeed occasionally comical animals that we have a chance to see on our live safaris, in the form of a very comfortable looking Chitwa baboon who is regarding us with great interest, watching what we're doing and now thinking about bouncing down out of the tree. A very warm welcome to all of you, and welcome to this sneak peek as to what's happening live right here on a place called Djuma Private Game Reserve, which is in the Greater Kruger National Park area of South Africa. My name is Jamie, and this afternoon Martin is the gentleman responsible for bringing you these amazing images. And what we're basically doing, since our baboon, oh, there's our baboon, sorry, he's going to disappear if I don't point him out to you. He's right in the middle of the road at the moment. One of the things that we like to do is give you a little bit of a sneak peek into what's happening out here during our live safaris that we do twice a day, every day, on WildSafariLive.com, where we do a 3-hour safari in the morning and a 3-hour safari in the afternoon. And in this 10-minute window, you can actually send us questions in the comments section below this video, so you can send through any questions that you'd like to ask, and once we're done with this live safari journey, then you will be able to join us on WildSafariLive.com to ask more questions about the fascinating creatures that we see out here. And welcome to Ali, who is watching in Pakistan. And that's one of the things I love about these opportunities, is that we get to have a look and hear from so many different people from different parts of the globe. And the special thing about that, of course, is the fact that the more people we reach across the planet, the more people fall in love with these amazing creatures and these amazing wilderness areas, and the more likely they will be to protect these fantastic creatures. So tell your friends and tell your family about the amazing things that are happening out here. As far as I'm concerned, and perhaps I'm biased, I think this is probably one of the best ways to use technology to bring you something that is live, raw, and completely unscripted and unedited. It really gives you an impressive window into these lives of these creatures. There we go. JP is watching in Uganda. Of course, JP Uganda has also got the most amazing variety of wildlife, and one of my dreams is to be able to go and see, well, a relative of these Chitwa baboons, which would be the gorillas. I've never had a chance to see them yet, but it is definitely on the list of creatures that I want to see. So I'm very jealous of you in Uganda. I hope you've had an opportunity to see them yourself. Our baboons just don't want to be on camera today. They're playing really hard to get. Let's see if we can try go backwards, and perhaps we'll get a view of them there. I've seen 1 or 2 tiny little ones, so hopefully they decide to be slightly more obliging and give us the opportunity to see them. Hold on, we're going backwards over a bump. I promise you we don't usually do our safaris backwards. It's just the way that this one's working out to be. There's quite a young one. There's quite a young one just on the tree over there. It's about to jump down. There they go. They're all moving through the very long grass. Now, we've been lucky out here in South Africa. Last year was a terrible drought. Okay, we're going to have to go backwards again. No, there's one there. In the long grass. No, they're all going to move off. We've been lucky here in South Africa. Last year, as I said, was a terrible, terrible drought. This year we've had quite a lot more rain, which means that the grass is looking really lush and green just before we go into our dry season. So we're happy for that. It means that hopefully the animals will have enough food to survive our winter season, which is when we don't have any rainfall at all, and everything goes very brown and very dry. But the animals have had a good opportunity recently to get plenty of food in preparation. Okay, we're doing a backwards safari this afternoon because all the baboons keep going backwards. There we go. We've found them again. Yippee! Carrie, you say that we've made your day. I'm very happy to hear it, Carrie. I'm going to stop here. It's not the best view, but I don't want to scare them in any way. Carrie, if you love wildlife, as I assume that you do, I promise you'll enjoy our WildSafariLive.com live safaris. They are truly an extraordinary experience. I'm not trying to sell you a product or anything. I'm just trying to tell you about a service that we offer entirely for free as an opportunity to raise awareness about the lives of these fantastic creatures. Even the ones sitting at the top of the tree there. Yes, I'm talking about you. Hello. With your ears sticking out. This is quite a large troop of baboons. I actually think there could even be over 20 individuals here. And baboons are fascinating in the way in which their social structure works. They don't have a dominant male. They actually have one or two or even 3 or 4 dominant males. It's a type of social structure known as oligarchy. And the big males are known as the godfathers of the baboon troop. And together, they will protect the baboons. They will even be able to fight off things like leopards. And I've seen baboons chasing leopards before. So they are a force to be reckoned with. Each male baboon is probably around about 25 or so kilograms, even potentially even more. Here comes another one that's going to pop out of the grass. And they have canine teeth that are larger than that of a leopard. They've got absolutely massive canine teeth sticking out of the tops of their jaws. There goes another one. Slowly but surely, they want us to do a backwards safari this afternoon, it seems. Linda, you say, don't worry, it's Monday. We're all going backwards. I didn't even actually properly realize it was Monday. So one thing about living out here is that you kind of lose track of the days of the week. But we're going to go backwards some more, Linda, never fear. Hopefully this has brightened your Monday a little bit, giving you something interesting to look at. And because it's live, sometimes the animals disappear, as these baboons are threatening to do. The possibility is imminent. There we go. They're all hiding in the grass this afternoon. There we go. But I can't complain about that because we're just so happy that we have grass. Now, Laurie, you want to know if there are babies here. Laurie, there are babies here. That's what I've been trying to show you the entire time, but they keep dashing away from us. It's most unfortunate. There are some actually very tiny, tiny babies with this particular troop, but they just don't seem to want to be on camera. And that's the thing about live safaris. We can't really predict what the animals are going to do. And sometimes they lead us on somewhat wild goose chases. There they go. They're all going to go across the road. I wonder, there's a nice open area up ahead. Now, Marcus, you want to know if they are dangerous. These baboons are not dangerous at all. They're completely wild, and they don't see us as a potential food source. However, there are places in South Africa where baboons have become exceptionally, exceptionally dangerous. And that's because human beings see them and feed them, which is a terrible thing to do, because what it does ultimately is it means that that animal becomes dangerous. It associates human beings with food, and ultimately that can lead to the death of that animal because they become so dangerous. They bite people, they attack people, and they're very, very strong. So an important lesson to all of you, if you do come out on safari, please, please never ever feed the animals. They live wild, there's plenty of food for them, and you're actually not helping them. It doesn't do them any good. It doesn't save them. Ultimately, it means that potentially they have to be removed because they are so dangerous. Let's try not to do this in reverse. Now, Ivan, you want to know how old they grow up to be. And they can live quite a long period of time. In the wild, you're probably looking at a life expectancy of about 20 or so years. In a wild baboon. I'm going to try and get you a view. Sorry, everybody, I'm driving into trees. I'm tired of driving backwards now. And I want to get you one last view before the end of this 10-minute window. Oh, there's a massive male at the back. I can hear them screeching up ahead. Now, Thomas, we actually see some enormous troops, often over 40 baboons together in one troop. So you do get lots and lots of baboons. Yay, look, they've come out into the open, and I think we might have an opportunity to see them properly. Finally, after all that. So unfortunately, that actually brings us to the end of our time period spent with the baboons. But don't forget, if you have enjoyed this and you would like to learn more about the fantastic creatures of the African wilderness, join us every day, twice a day, on WildSafariLive.com. I have no doubt I'm going to be seeing you shortly. Brent is out on walk, Byron is searching for cheetah, and I'm searching for everything else in between. So we'll see you in just a few seconds.